recording started. So yeah,
Okay.
let's go ahead and begin now that I've started the recording.
Adrian and Lynn, are you able to see the link that I put in the chat box?
I cannot. No, I don't see a link.
I don't. Yeah, Kurt doesn't see that either, and I don't understand why. I can try it again.
Try it again.
You know, there's Mary Ellen.
Yeah.
It's strange. In the chat box area, it says your chat permission has been enabled at 9:02.
Yeah.
So maybe there is some strange thing that you have to give it permission. I've never given it permission. It just does it automatically.
Me either. I'm seeing entering a chat message. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I'm going to try this.
Go to tool. Oh, there it is. There it is.
I don't know.
There's the link.
What is it? Okay, what it is something that I've started creating. You'll have to download it, and if you have a Mac, I'm not sure you can. I'm creating a database, and you know, it's a program that is in Microsoft Office, and it's what it enables you to do is select fields, and then you can print out things like labels. Like you could just select the fields that say the person's name in the college. So, you know, that's something that I thought maybe I could start doing. And what I have so far are just the names of the people that have either sent in their registration and emailed me, or those of us I know that have already signed up, like I think maybe Denise has too, and I didn't put her on there yet, but Adrian and myself that signed up at PayPal.
So this is basically to keep record of members?
Right, keep a record of the numbers of the people that register for the conference. I have all these fields that I set up. That's how you do it. You set it up by fields, and so it starts, I don't know if you can see it, last name, first name, status, whether they're full-time or adjunct, amount paid. So, you know, it's 25 or 35, but it could be different if they pay at the conference. And then the payment, the type of meal, if, I don't really know if that matters, but payment type, whether it's PayPal or check, and then the name of the college that they're affiliated with. And so far, I have a person from Sacramento City College who signed up, and she's in Japanese and English. Her name is Marcy McMillan. And then we have Narita. Narita is in Spanish, and she's from Fresno City College. So I have the name of the college, and then that I've received the payment. And the last field I'm adding, which isn't on the one you're downloading, is an email field. So when you want to use a database, I used to do this many years ago, and I had a Mac, and I was the secretary-treasurer of our AATF. And I used it to print out labels and things like that, because you can select the fields and then, you know, send them to a label printer or whatever. So I thought that might be useful. Denise might be familiar with it. I don't know. She seems to know a lot about this stuff. I don't know if any of the others of you have ever used Access.
This to me looks like an Excel spreadsheet, which I've never used Access, but this is basically an Excel spreadsheet. And
yeah, it is kind of like, and I think you can send Access to Excel. It's sort of like a spreadsheet, except that you can select the fields more readily. Like you can set it up, instead of making several clicks, you can say, okay, this is a currency field, so it's going to show money. This is a short text field. It's going to allow you to type it in. And then, you know, in Excel, you have to hide fields and show fields and whatever they are, columns, rows and columns. Whereas in this, you can just select the fields, and you can use them for, you know, whatever you want, information. You can create just a sheet that shows those fields. Can eliminate any private information. Because I'm not sure if you say if you use an Excel spreadsheet and you hide fields, if you send that field or that spreadsheet as anything other than a screenshot, I think that anyone can open up those hidden fields and see them.
You can lock them up. There's a way to do it.
Hidden columns.
No, there's a way to lock them up. You can basically create your spreadsheet and then you lock it so that nobody can make changes to it. And in that case, they can't open up hidden columns.
Oh, okay. I use Excel for my grades. So basically, I'm, not sending it to anybody who I wouldn't want to see the columns that are hidden. So that's a good thing.
If you ever need help with Excel, just let me know. I used to use it as a production manager. I'm a whiz on it.
That's good to know, Adrienne.
Yes, it is. So
I've often had arguments with Excel.
Yeah, right.
Well, I've worked 9 years in Guatemala in the clothing factories, and I used to manage the production, so Excel spreadsheets are my baby.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll use you for training, and I think you can send everything that's in access to Excel. It's sort of allowed, at least in certain versions, and I have 2013, you can do that. So I could send all this that I have, put in access to Excel. But I don't know exactly how to do it.
Right? It looks like it was something where multiple people can easily access it to update it, so that if you're too busy.
Well, that's what if I would put it in like one of those share. I haven't investigated this too much for our group, but if you have a Microsoft account on OneDrive, and we have that through our school. And I have a personal one as well. You can share documents at OneDrive, so everybody can go and see it. I think Lynn and I experimented with that once.
I think we did.
Remember, Lynn, when we first got it? So, yeah. That's another way around this, not being able to put up documents in our, window here if you don't have a PC.
Is that we could actually start tracking our members, meaning who attends this year's conference, and then we can keep it and add to it for who attends next year's conference and see who goes regularly and who's a hit and miss.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It might be nice to have, something that we can keep from year to year. That's what we used to do with the AATF.
That's nice.
Now, Kurt, I think you can, but I'm not sure how to do it. I'm looking down the list here of things that you can share privileges. So if you were having a student meeting or something, you wanted to let somebody upload something, I might be able to upload that here to our screen, but you'd have to give me the privilege, of being a moderator.
How do I give you that privilege?
I don't know. I'm looking because I can't see this on my, you may only see it if you're a moderator.
Let's see here.
So it's not something we have to do now. I'm just saying, it's something to look into. And I'll figure it out because I started holding office hours at CCC Kemp first, so I'm the moderator, and so I can learn a little bit more about how to, use this whole thing. And most of the time, no one shows up.
I know how that is.
Any office hour.
Yeah,
Can I give you guys a quick update?
Yes.
On the banners and the posters, we're going to have to wait to get them printed until we get the artwork from Tom, because I contacted them. I said that the artwork I had, I sent it to them and I said the artwork I have is a little blurry. Can you possibly clean it up for us? And they came back and said, you know what, we can't print off of this artwork. A Word document with like a scanned artwork is not sufficient, that they need the actual original artwork. So This year, we're just going to have to make do with the posters and the banner that Tammy's going to provide for us. And then, you know, when we get the artwork from Tom, we'll be able to make sure we get really good quality banner and posters. And I was thinking we'll get posters that are laminated, so again, we can use them year after year.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I saw that Denise had said something about that in an email last night. About getting some kind of a special file with high resolution.
Yeah, we need the artwork.
See that? Anybody see that?
It should be in a program such
Yeah.
as Paint that the printing place can print off of it. The artwork we have right now is just a scanned copy of the letterhead, and you can't print off of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
that sounds great. We're working toward the future anyway, and this will be a wonderful step forward for the 2016 conference.
Yeah, and I mean, considering how much it's going to cost, we might as well get the best quality we can. So it'll be good for the future.
That sounds like a good plan.
Thanks.
If we continue to hear echoes, maybe we should all turn off our video button.
Let's test that.
Let's try right now.
I'm not hearing an echo.
I hear an echo.
I hear an echo.
I do too. Turn off
Yes.
our video.
Yeah,
Everybody?
it's supposed to make it go faster and no echo.
Hello?
Does that sound any better?
I still hear an echo.
I still hear an echo.
I do
An
too.
echo's probably
Yeah.
then as a result of the audio then, not the video, so we may as well have the video on.
Oh, well.
You're right. We might as well turn it back on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Adrian, you have a list of things for us to go over today?
Well, okay, I've got my to-do list. I updated and sent it to you guys last Friday. I don't know if anybody printed it. The first thing is we need to organize the presenters that are going to be presenting from the 9:30 to 10. So that's the president of the school. Is the chair going to speak at all? Did we get a decision on that?
Where is David?
David's the only one who can answer that question.
Okay.
Does he think
Yeah.
it's at 10?
No, I think he thought it was, well, I sent out the message, the announcement saying it was at 9, so
You did
hopefully
it.
he knew.
Yes, I saw that.
Okay, well then we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Kurt, Diana Leisinger, she wanted to do a intersession presentation on cognitive grammar, German or Russian. Have we heard anything more from her?
I have not heard back from her at all. Let me make a mental note or a note here somewhere. Let's see, where am I going to put this? Maybe I'll put it in an email. All right, so again, what was her name?
Diana Leisinger. Leisinger is spelled L-Y-S-I-N-G-E-R.
Okay, and she wanted to do a presentation on cognitive, what was it?
Cognitive grammar, German or Russian.
Okay, I will email her as soon as we are done with this. I'll find her in my email.
Okay, that
And,
reminds me, Lynn and Mary Ellen, just for the record, because I'm trying to gather the information that we're going to be putting on the program, I need a title for the presentation you're going to give. And are you giving it together, or are you each giving one?
No, we did it together.
Okay, so I need your title.
Yeah. And
Did you need us, or how many presenters do we have? How many people have offered to present?
Right now, we have Maria Carrera. She's the keynote speaker, and she's going to do one intercession.
Okay.
Dave said he'll give one. You two said you'll give one. Helga will give one. That's 4 confirmed. And then Diana said she's interested, so that's a fifth possible one. So yeah, right now we need you guys because we don't have anybody else filling the spaces.
Okay, why don't we talk? We were thinking, we were kicking around the idea of talking about testing. Does it reflect the communicative methodology in the textbooks these days or not, and just facilitate a session like that? But we can come up with something else if that doesn't sound good. Should we talk about it and then get back to you?
Yeah, just email me your title so that I could put it down on our to-do list, and then we're going to use my to-do list to come up with the program.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, and actually we have one more possible, or one more speaker, is Nereida Maru, the one who's going to be our secretary. She said she wants to do an intersession presentation as well. The only thing is she wants to do it in Spanish. And I don't know if that's going to be too limiting that we, I know in the past.
I saw that. And on the one hand, it's fine, but the heritage speaker, because it was about heritage speakers, if I'm remembering correctly, right?
It was, I think her title was Pequeñas Ideas, Grandes Logros.
Okay,
so
because
it was a little bit of everything.
We do have that kind of community with the Chinese community, so I mean it might be good to tell her to do it in English if we do have other professors who teach heritage courses in different languages.
We could ask her to do it sort of in both languages, just to make sure everybody understands what she's talking about.
That's true too.
So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 presentations if nobody else comes forward.
Yeah, but right now that's 5 confirmed and 1 possibility because Diana hasn't said anything else about hers.
Okay, so she's a possibility.
I just got an email from Nereida. She says, I'm having trouble with the Blackboard download. I already launched it, but it does not give me the session or form to fill in. I will keep trying.
It could take a while. It could take a few minutes.
Okay, I will tell her it could take a few minutes.
But have her call me and I'll just jump off of the webinar for a minute and walk her through it.
Okay, that sounds good. I will tell her to call you.
So much of this is dependent on Dave. We need to make sure if we have technology for the keynote speaker and all the intercessions. I saw an email from him that he was making sure for the keynote speaker, and I assume all of the intercessions will be in classrooms, so they will have technology, but we still don't have confirmation on that.
Yeah.
Next on my list was we need to make a list of attendees, and Mary Ellen has already started that. Thank you, Mary Ellen.
Yeah, Denise might have more because they were instructed at the website to email either of us or both of us.
Well, that's what's nice about the program you use to create that spreadsheet is that both you and Denise can update it.
Yeah, and that's why I'm going to ask her about access, and I'll ask her about maybe sharing the file.
And I just had a thought. Another reason that spreadsheet is going to come in handy in the future is like in this situation where we might need to look for another presenter, we could easily go through past attendance lists and say, okay, this person is there regularly, maybe they'd like to present.
Right. Exactly.
How many people have signed up so far? I know it's a little early.
Not very many.
Well,
according to eating a lot of food, we're going to have a lot of people.
I have, now there may be more, but I am looking at 5 counting myself and Adrian, but I didn't put in all the rest of you that, you know, I haven't gotten payment from. But that's, I know that there will be Kurt, and there will be David, and there will be Lynn.
We know Norma's coming.
So that's 3 more. So that's, and that's 9.
Our presenters, they're not in here, but we got to assume they're all going to be coming.
Right.
Of course, yes.
I wanted to, you know, have only those people on the list whose payment I had some knowledge about, whether they, you know, did PayPal or whether they did by check. I have one check so far.
And Kurt, did the person who wanted the signing for ASL, did that person get back to you, or did she answer you? Because because we do have Melanie, but if that person is not coming, but Melanie's not.
Here's the situation. She emailed me back saying, you know, I have communicated with other ASL instructors, I guess through some forum that she's a part of, and none of them said that they were going to be at this conference, and therefore she did not want to be the only ASL person there.
Uh-oh.
And so she doesn't want to go unless there's someone else, some other ASL person there. But then my worry or concern is if we have no ASL people there at the conference, that's not fair to Melanie.
No, it's not. She'd be signing for people who don't need signing. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Exactly.
At this point,
we should let her know. If she's not going to do it, we should let her know so she could clear her calendar for that morning. Maybe, you know, Mary Ellen, how about if we talk to Tomas and see if we can get some of our ASL people there?
Right, that's true. He might be interested in coming.
And let's see, there are 2 people from my college, 3 people from my college who already said that they're going to be at the conference. The situation is that most people don't sign up until the last minute. It's procrastination.
Right. They don't want to come in.
Sometime in the days before the 10th when we're going to see a lot of people signing up.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a lot of tackles.
Based on past experience, you know, it's the last week before the deadline when we get the most people signing up.
Yeah, and then we have to also think that there will be people that will show up and sign up.
We'll
just have to do our extra push.
Now,
sending out the newsletter again this week, and then the fancy flyer that I have, which I'll send you the template for. The fancy flyer will be just the week before, right?
Well, I'm going to send another update out this Sunday in 2 days, and so yes, I'm going to remind everybody the deadline is coming up. It's now time to register. There's an urgency about it.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
I don't know quite what else I'm going to say in it, but I'll come up with something, and I'll send it to you guys tomorrow, and then see what kind of comments I get.
Out of curiosity, what was the minimum for the catering? Is it 50 people?
50.
50.
Well, if worse comes to worse, we're going to go feed the homeless in LA.
Sounds good.
All right. We're going to do the best we can, and it'll come out the way it comes out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. We shouldn't get nervous because it's a one-day conference. This one, it is it does tend to be last minute.
Well, we're still kind of.
And let's all go back to our departments and try to strong-arm people into coming.
Yes, and for example, I have a department meeting on the 14th, and I'm going to make sure that I make an official announcement. I've already sent them an email, but I'm going to make an official announcement that if you have not signed up yet, please just show up and pay at the conference.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I think our official meeting is on the 15th, so
well, that's in time.
Right, we'll mention that.
You can always send out an email to your department and say, hey, I hope you're all going.
Oh, yeah, we can talk to them
very hard on this.
Yeah. All right, and we have to see about the ASL people, too, so that, all right, let's see what we can do in our departments and get more sign-ups. And
I'm going to also go to my ASL, the chair of the ASL department and talk with him personally and see about when they have their next department meeting and maybe try to make a quick presentation to their department meeting.
Well, that's a good idea.
You know, Lynn, you could mention to Hiroko and Sanai that we do have somebody coming from Japanese, and she's coming from, I believe she's the one from Sacramento City College. So that would be a good chance to coordinate with people from the north.
Okay. And this, you know, if Hiroko doesn't want to come, you know, Sanai just started, so it might be good for her to start doing this kind of thing. So I'll talk to her. Okay.
Adrian, I just got an email from Nereida saying that she does not have your phone number.
Can you give
maybe
it to
what
her?
I should do is, why don't you put your phone number in the chat box?
Yeah.
I will copy it and send it to her immediately.
There you go.
Okay, very good. I'm copying it now, and I'm going to send it to her right now. Okay, I just sent it to her, so we'll see what happens. You should get a phone call anytime.
Okay. As soon as I do, I'm going to go off.
That sounds good.
And while we're waiting, did you all get my email about the results of my talk with the my contact with the caterer about the questions that you guys had last week?
I don't think I don't remember seeing that email.
I sent it. Here, I'll send it to everybody right now. Again, I sent it out on Monday, I think.
Well, we've gotten
Let me see.
We've had so much.
I know. It's hard to keep track. It is so hard to keep track. Absolutely.
Why don't you kind of go through the contents of that email once again right now?
I will do that. Okay. I've got it in front of me so you don't see me. Okay. She said, okay, so my first question was, is it possible to have corn tortillas instead of taco shells? She said yes, but they crack easily when rolled. So that's true. They're not very pliable unless they're really hot. So maybe we should stick with the taco shells or just go all flour tortillas. So that's one question.
That's a good question.
Okay, the corn tortillas are gluten-free. Nothing is made with lard. They do not have horchata or jamaica, so we may want to stick with the strawberry lemonade and the cucumber water, unless we wanted to add some kind of iced tea. I'm sure they would have that. She said that the tomato and cheese, as well as the broccoli and cheese, in this kind of thing would get soggy. And against the croissant, she said that's never good. So maybe we should just stick with cheese croissants, because we have plain croissants, we have the chocolate croissants, the pain au chocolat, and then we have the ham and cheese, and then we could just have plain cheese, maybe with some herbs on it or something like that. So those were my questions that we needed to ask her, and I'm reading her responses right now. So, what do you think?
Yeah, that sounds.
I think the biggest question is
by one. Taco shells. Do we want the taco shells? I see the point about the corn tortillas.
They're going to be cold.
Well, they would be. I guess they could keep, and maybe they could keep them warm. But
that would be ideal.
If they can keep them warm. Okay, so keep. Well, I know the taco shells are.
The taco shells are really sort of an imitation of Hispanic culture. I mean, they're not.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
They're just not authentic.
They're not as healthy, so because they're fried.
Right.
So keep corn tortillas warm is my question. Okay. The corn tortillas are gluten-free, so we have that. No lard in the beans, so I was happy to. There are hydrogenated oils in the tortillas. But so is that an issue? I mean,
not for me.
I mean, it would be for me if I were buying them, but with catering, you kind of can't really, you can only go so far.
You can't control everything.
Right. The lard is good. That was a biggie. That would have been a, you know, but there's no lard. Then no horchata or jamaica. I don't think that's an issue, really. We can live without that.
No, not really.
And are we okay with just the cheese croissant?
Cheese croissants.
Yeah.
So there's no other type of croissant?
No. We have ham and cheese. We will have just plain cheese croissant. We will have plain croissants, and we will have chocolate croissants.
Wonderful.
The issue is having the vegetable in with the cheese, and she claims that it gets soggy, and I guess they have experience, and we don't want soggy croissants.
No.
I wouldn't think so.
You could have tomatoes on the side.
If anybody wanted to do it, but I don't even think we need to make that an issue.
No.
Yeah.
And I said that the Swiss cheese would probably be closer to a more authentic croissant, because generally when they have cheese croissants in Paris, they're generally Gruyere, and the Swiss is closer to that. But if you guys want cheddar, that's fine with me too. I don't care.
Narita is there. Narita is. Hi, she probably has to put on her talk button.
But are we good with the cheese croissants?
And click on video.
Yes, we are good, but let's check in with the other people that are just starting to get here.
Okay.
We're on.
Okay, we're on.
We got Narita.
Oh, so Adrian, you didn't hear any of that with the food.
Hi, Narita.
I didn't hear anything because I had to log off.
Okay, I will briefly do it again. I asked about the corn tortillas instead of taco shells. She said yes, but the corn tortillas can crack easily when rolled. But I'm going to go back to her and ask if we keep them warm somehow, would that be better?
Okay.
The corn tortillas are gluten-free. The beans do not have lard.
Good.
The tortillas do have some hydrogenated oils, but that's how, you know, where they get them from, I guess. But there's no lard in anything. They do not have horchata. They do not have jamaica. So we should probably, are we sticking with the strawberry lemonade and the cucumber water? Do we want to add an iced tea?
I think iced tea would be a good idea. David requested it.
Iced tea?
Yeah, David requested it, and a lot of people prefer iced tea.
Exactly.
Plus, some people are going to want the caffeine pick-me-up.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, and then we also she went through a whole thing that the broccoli and the tomato will be soggy in the croissant, and she does not recommend doing that. So then we were just saying we would just stick with, for that one type of variety, a cheese croissant. And she said that she can offer Swiss or cheddar. I said let's go with the Swiss unless you guys object, because the Swiss is more like what they have in France. They tend to put Gruyere cheese in croissants when they have cheese croissants. So, but it doesn't matter to me. If you guys want cheddar, we can do cheddar. But that's my report from the questions that came up at the last meeting.
Out of curiosity, could she do Swiss and spinach? Would that be soggy?
I don't know. I'll ask.
That sounds wonderful.
Okay.
By the way, why don't we
spinach?
Why don't we each take a moment to
go ahead with the cheese?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And are we good with the Swiss cheese instead of the cheddar cheese, or do you guys?
Swiss is beautiful.
The cheddar cheese?
Yeah.
Swiss is, okay. It's a little bit more authentic, I think, for a croissant. Okay. All right.
You want to welcome her to Ava?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay. Let's welcome the. Okay, so that's it for me. Okay. Okay. Hi, Nereva.
Hi, Nereva.
Hi.
We can't hear you. Is your volume turned up?
Yes, she checked on her microphone and her video, but we can't hear her.
We can't hear you.
right above the talk button, there's a little, like a volume thing. Move it to the right a little bit.
Yeah.
You might not have your microphone connected to your computer. But what you could do is you could type in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. There's a chat box, so you can type there.
Yeah. Also, if you notice, I'm wearing a headset. My computer also uses speakers, and I have to put on the headset for the microphone. So you might have to go through the audio setup and check the microphone. I don't know. That's under tools, but
go on tools, audio, and then do microphone settings or audio setup wizard. Either one of those should work.
There's a tremendous learning curve the first time you try to set yourself up.
Oh, yes. Not just the first
Yes, not just the first time. No, we can see you, Nereida.
At least we can see you.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, maybe you need the headphones. I don't know what kind of computer you have, but more modern computers, they have cameras built into them, but they don't all have microphones built into them. So you might have to get a separate microphone.
That's what my situation is. My laptop works better. It has a built-in mic, but all my files are on this computer, so.
Okay, well.
And if I were really sophisticated, I'd have my network working better, but I don't trust it.
So, Nereida, if you have any questions for us, why don't you put them in the chat window?
So we actually need to get her going. We need to try and get this working because she's going to tell us about her presentation. I don't think she wants to type it all out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right. We need to try to get her microphone working. So the audio wizard is one thing to go to try out. I presume the volume in your computer, Nereida, is already way up. Let's see, what else?
Oh, a little red thing came on her microphone.
Oh. Well,
you see?
I wonder what that means.
Right now.
Maybe she's working it out. Oops, it disappeared.
In the meantime, do you guys have anything else to discuss? Because I actually don't have anything we could discuss without Denise and Dave.
I know. I wonder whether I sent them an email just a few minutes ago asking
to Dave. I sent to Dave too.
What about some of you said that maybe the College of the Canyons, just as a chit chat right now about next year's conference. Somebody said, I don't remember who, that maybe we would want to be in a different location because we're kind of going that direction this year. And Mary Ellen, did we say that we might want to do it, or do we not want to do it and be very happy that somebody else offers?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think by the fall, next fall, everything should be working in the building. One never knows, but, you know, we will have been there at least spring and summer, and also this winter session, I guess, is going to be in the new building.
Ladies, remind me, which college are you guys at again?
East Los Angeles College.
Yeah.
Well, that's a very...
And it's pretty central,
and
yeah.
I think people can get there by train or by bus, too, if they want to, right?
Oh, yeah, there's a metro station. The 710 is right there. The 5 is right near there. It's off the 60. It's between the 60 and the 10, closer to the 60. I don't know. Is that what we want, or do we just say maybe we don't want this and just say to the College of the Canyons, thank you very much? I don't know. What do you think, Mary Ellen?
Well, the only thing I can say is College of the Canyons did host this conference. It's been a while. Remember, that was where I believe Dave, what was that, Moore Park? Maybe that was Moore Park. I'm sorry.
What do you guys think?
I think we should wait. I think any decision we should be made after the conference, because it'll be at the conference that we're going to be announcing that we need a host for next year, and it'll be the week following the conference when we will probably get a few emails from people saying, I've thought about it, I've talked with my chair or with my dean, and yes, we would love to be able to host it for next year.
Oh yeah, then we can see it'll be kind of like the Olympic Committee. Who gets it?
Yeah, right.
With less what we call it, internal problems with, you know, like all the problems they had with the Olympic Committee and the FIFA. Remember the FIFA problems? We're not going to do those problems.
I personally would like to see it go a little south next time, because as I recall, the last 3 or 4 have been towards the LA area, or we had, you know, we had Golden West. Not long ago we had OCC. Now we're in LA. I think to give a little break to some of the people coming up from San Diego area, because we do have some participants coming up all the way from there. Maybe go a little south would be nice, if it's possible.
Well, east is not too bad to get to. It's south of the city. So you can get there on, you know, taking the 5 to the, what is it? I forget. The 5 to the 6. What is 605, Lynn? I forget.
Oh yeah,
you know,
605 is
San Diego.
Yeah, we're 10 minutes from the 605.
Yeah.
We're right by the 710. We're right.
And the 605 to the 60. Yeah.
So it's fairly easy to get to, and we'll have the brand new building and all that. But I don't know. We also have to talk to our department chair and all that. But you know, I would say that we definitely would be considering it, and we'll see what else comes in, right? I mean, we don't have a culinary arts program, not that it, you know, but
just one little thing that popped into my head. Kurt, you wanted to talk about getting balloons and tablecloths?
That's something that occurred to me. It's not an absolute necessity. It would just be something to kind of spruce up the aesthetics of the hall we'll be in. I don't know. If it's too much hassle, we can do without it.
I sent an email along those same lines to David. I don't know if I copied everybody about tablecloths, and he said that these tablecloths have very nice tops. And so we probably wouldn't need tablecloths, but I agree we should have something to make it a little festive. Centerpieces or balloons or something, don't you think, just to make it kind of not as clinical.
Well, I easily could go to like Party Center, I can't remember what it's called, Party Center or something like that on Friday, the Friday before, and because we're going to need to wait to know how many tables we're going to have. They have the little plastic tablecloths. I could easily pick up some of those and some balloons. Or even better yet, I could find out if there's a place up there near the school where if there's a Dollar Tree or dollar store, we could get helium balloons there. So I'll look into it. I'll look to see if there's a Dollar Tree or a 99-cent store up there, and then the morning of, I could easily go pick up tablecloths and balloons.
All right, that sounds like a plan. And those places have cute little things, and you know, so. And Mary Ellen, you can bring your gold Eiffel Tower.
I have my gold Eiffel Tower. I'll bring that. Let me show it to you, folks.
Is it going to fit in your car?
Well, it's not a big thing. It's a table topper. We can
maybe
use
the reception
for,
table. Maybe we can have something from all languages.
Look at that Eiffel Tower. That is a amazing piece of work. Yeah, bring it. Why not?
I will. I'll bring that. It's very lightweight.
Nereida just put something in the chat box. Connected with her iPad.
I saw that she joined the
session
different. Again.
It should have, Denise just sent us an email that everybody Denise's email. Denise can't make it.
Oh, I didn't see that. No, I'm going to have to check.
It just came in.
Okay, I'm going to check my email right now.
Okay, because I had emailed him also.
Oh, I see. Yeah, not going to be able to make it.
Might not make it. Oh, Denise, yeah.
Ah, name tags. Okay, she wants to know about the name tags.
Nothing has
If anything has changed.
She's going.
All right.
She offered to print them up.
I'm going to just send her a message and say, I'll send her that database.
And then what are we going to say to her regarding the name tags? There's nothing that's changed, is there?
Oh.
Nereza, you need to click on the talk and video button. You haven't enabled your video or your microphone yet.
Yeah, there you go.
With your video.
There's the video.
Now click on your microphone.
Microphone.
There
we go.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Hi. Is that you?
Hi.
Say hi, my name is Nereza.
We can't hear you.
No. Is she on as Nereza 2 right now?
I think so, yes.
Nereza 1, whatever.
I think her iPad is Nereza 2.
Oh, for Nereza 2, you still don't have your microphone clicked on. Somehow you're logged in twice, because you're on 2 computers, I guess?
There?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Nereza. Now you just click on the video, too. Click on the video.
But my iPad does not have a video. It just has a microphone.
That's
Oh,
okay.
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 We can hear you. Hi.
Okay,
we can
good.
see you.
You can see me on my computer. You can hear me on my iPad, I guess.
Hey,
Hopefully,
technology.
Thank God for both.
Yeah, the iPad. I went through that one, too.
one has to work.
It is a pleasure to have you with us, Nereza.
Well, thank you. After 1 hour. It took me only 1 hour.
Is that all it takes?
Not bad.
Wow.
It takes forever, but next time you're going to be able to get on faster.
Okay.
Yeah,
now that you know the secret.
You just need to make sure that your regular computer has a microphone.
I will talk to someone at the media center to see what's going on.
If you don't have a microphone, you could easily purchase one at, Office Depot, Staples, even Big Lot sells them pretty cheaply.
Yeah, I have a camera with audio too on top of my computer, but I don't know why it's not working.
That's a big mystery.
You might have it on mute.
I might, yeah. I just don't know where it is.
You have it on mute. Check all the settings. Or it could be unplugged.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, anyways, you can hear me now, so I don't know tell me when you want me to start my my summary of the presentation.
Now.
Okay.
No pressure, Nereza.
No pressure. Well, I don't know if you read the description. It was in Spanish, so I don't know if everyone knows Spanish or teaches Spanish. Of the people in the conference, but I do it in Spanish, and it's just I said pequeñas ideas, just small ideas, because I do a lot of little translation. I use Pinterest and Facebook and Instagram to do some activities with the students. I can send you the PowerPoint that I use, and you can see more or less what I do. It's I do also art, like for example, with the most famous ones are Diego Rivera and Frida Kahlo, and I asked them to do dialogues, but they already have that picture as a reminder. They have to speak a little bit of the history of the artist and of the time. So they're just, it's not a unit, it's not a lesson, but it's just ideas that you do when you have time, or when you can incorporate these ideas into your lesson. So that's what I do.
I have a question. Is this for heritage Spanish classes, or is this for...
No, it's for heritage Spanish speakers, beginners.
Okay. That's what I thought.
We've had some thoughts regarding how wide of an audience you might want to be shooting for with your presentation. If you do it all in Spanish, you're going to narrow that audience a bit. If you do it in English, you will widen it a bit. How do you feel about doing it in English?
Well, since it's for heritage speakers, I believe it has to. All my exercises are in Spanish, so I can do it in English. I can speak English. It doesn't matter. But then I'm going to have to present the exercises in Spanish because it's for heritage speakers.
Well, that's okay, because I'm thinking that, while Spanish heritage is the biggest group of heritage classes that we have in the States, but also we have, there are heritage classes, Chinese, for example, so that's why we're thinking that maybe it should be in English, but the examples can remain in Spanish, obviously, because that's the class, so they will be in Spanish.
Okay, sounds good. I don't mind. Yeah.
Just translate, what the activities are, the stuff that's in Spanish. Just translate it for those people who don't speak Spanish, because we're going to get a lot of other language instructors as well.
Okay. Well, as long as we specify that it is for the Spanish for native speakers classes, but they can, of course, accommodate those activities or exercises into their classes, So they know that it's going to be, part of it is going to be in Spanish, so even with translation, but it's going to be in Spanish.
That's fine. That's good.
All right.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I might steal some of your ideas.
Yeah, me too.
So you want me to send the PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, what I'm going to send, because Kurt says that I only have, I guess, 50 minutes. What I'm going to send is what I did on the CLTA, and that was a lot longer, but I had to reduce that, but I'll send you what I have right now.
Perfect.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Just to let you know, Nereza, the intersessions are for an hour each.
Oh, okay.
So you have an hour, but usually the presenters do like 50 minutes and then leave, 5 or 10 minutes for questions and answers.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. So the other thing that I told Kurt is that I am interested in serving in the board. I don't know if you guys have a chance to talk about that, or you need more time.
You're hired.
I haven't been I think I was a secretary of the local chapter for the CLTA, the CBWLA. That was a long time ago, and then I served as president of the local chapter, and then I was now I am a conference director of the local chapter, and I'm a CLTA membership chair. So I don't know if that helps you make a decision. And I don't know if I have competition of being a secretary. Do I have to fight for the position?
Your interest and enthusiasm sell you.
Yes, sold. So hired.
You're hired.
Sold.
Welcome aboard.
Funny.
You are officially the secretary now.
Okay. Well, hopefully you don't want me to do minutes today because I wasn't ready for that. The next time
we're recording the sessions anyway, so.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
For the webinars you don't have to do minutes because we record them.
Perfect. That's even better.
But maybe we should think about what role Nereida may play at the conference itself other than her presentation. Maybe taking minutes for the conference itself?
Well, definitely taking minutes for the first group of announcements. The president of the school, David. She can take minutes during that. She could take minutes during the keynote speaker, what she talks about, and then for the 3 to 3:30 wrap up, she could take minutes for that as well, because I think we decided we're going to come back together as a full group instead of breaking out into languages. Are we going to do a circle? We talked about making a circle.
That would be ideal.
So she could do, there's 3 times, 3 chances for her to take minutes. That would be great.
I agree.
Okay, I got the keynote speaker in the wrap up. What was the other one?
Well, from 9:30 to 10, and I'll send you this. I have a to-do list that I will send to you, and it has our schedule on it. From 9:30 to 10, we're going to have any of our important announcements. Announcements having to do with the CCCFLC. We're going to talk about our blog, any other conferences that are coming up. The president of the school is going to talk. Possibly the chair of the school is going to talk. Then our keynote speaker is from 10 to 11:30. And then we're going to have from 3 to 3:30 a circle wrap-up, meaning we're going to come together as a group again in a large circle, and we're going to talk about miscellaneous topics, either stuff that comes up from the presentations, or if not that, then we're going to discuss other items such as AA degrees, levels 3 and 4. We're going to have some backup topics, but we assume that most people will have things they want to talk about from the presentations.
Okay.
And if time permits, maybe you could help Denise take some photos of the conference, of the people.
I thought that was my job, photos.
Oh, okay. Well, if you can handle that by yourself, that would be wonderful.
No, well, when I'm presenting, and I want to go to Dave's Romanian class, so if we have a committee of picture takers, that would be better.
Oh yeah, I think we should have 2 or 3 people taking pictures, and then we could there.
I suppose we could take.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm looking here to see what the duties of the treasury or the secretary are, and I'm going to post that in the chat room from the Constitution. So this is what we said when we set ourselves up. That this is what, and I hope this is a draft, but I don't see any changes. So, okay.
Well, it's 10 and no Dave.
There we go.
Right. Yeah. Getting the copies of presentations to give to Denise. Requesting those so they can be put on the site. The minutes you don't have to really be bothered with because we have the recordings.
For the webinar.
We'll take minutes for the conference.
For the conference.
Yeah, right, minutes for the conference.
Those to Denise.
Yeah, for the minutes of the conference. The contact information, I can help you with that because that's what I'm setting up on my database here. And I have to work with Denise because they're also emailing her if they've signed up at PayPal. They either email her or me or both of us.
Yeah, that spreadsheet
I think you
created, Marion, would eventually be handed off to Nereida.
Oh, okay.
That would eventually be a secretary's responsibility.
Yeah.
Speaking of PayPal, I believe I paid double. I don't know if you have a chance. Whenever you have a chance, you can look. Yeah, I think I paid with PayPal, first with my credit card, and then it says that it didn't take it, and I pay with PayPal, but there's 2 different cards in there, and I believe I paid twice. But it's okay. I mean, you can give me the money back if that's the case. If not, I'll check my records. When I was registering for the conference on PayPal.
In a worst case scenario, we can give you the remaining money, or we can reimburse you at the conference.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem. No problem.
Right.
No problem.
Also, Nareda, I'm thinking of something else, that you are part of the CLTA
Yes,
as well, right?
Yeah,
So we could encourage people to do what we've done in the past, which is to have a joint membership, and they get a discount, and we get a reimbursement, right, for people who have both memberships.
The only thing to say about that is that normally when they sign up for both, it's sort of a dues situation. I mean, they may be paying money thinking that they're signing up for both, but since we have no dues at this point, that money would be toward the registration for the next conference.
Right, yes, true. So they would have to, I think what we used to do was sign up for CLTA and pay their membership. We didn't really have a membership for CLTA ever. I'm sorry, for CCCFLC. We never did have dues, right? We only had, or did we? I can't remember all of a sudden. I always thought the conference was the dues.
We used to have dues.
It was, okay, we used to have dues, okay. And was it $15 or $10 or something like that?
I think it was 15 for full-time and 10 for part-time.
Okay, so we used to have those dues, and somehow that coordinated with CLTA. Tom would, maybe you remember. I'm kind of forgetting. It changed over the years. So.
You right back.
And Dave went to that meeting, right?
Well,
Yeah.
CLTA has a chapter that does not have any fees, but they still register for CLTA, and they register for the affiliate, but they don't pay anything. But the database says that they are members of that affiliate, even though they have zero. So we can do that. We can set it up as zero in the, no problem, on the Salesforce that we use for CLTA. But other than that,
that's right.
One other
discounted membership.
One other way that you could help us, Aneta, to get the word out about our conference would be to possibly forward the announcement for our conference to the other people that you know, perhaps within the CLTA or wherever else you think that they would be.
Yeah.
We don't, the CLTA is mostly for high school foreign language teachers. So if mostly, not all of them, but what I can do is I can send it to my distribution list for community colleges in the Central Valley, because I have that personally, but not through CLTA. Let me ask Evelyn Bejarano. She probably will be able to help me set up a distribution list from Salesforce that for people who only work in community colleges. Maybe I can do that, but I have to ask Evelyn, another lady from CLTA.
Okay.
That sounds really good. And maybe there's a way to find out which CLTA members also teach at a community college.
Yes.
Yeah, that's common.
Yeah. I'll ask Evelyn, and I'll let you know as soon as I find out through email.
That sounds good.
I'm back.
Oh, good. So, let's see. Adrian, do you have anything to share with us? Is there anything else on your list that we need to cover?
No, not that I see. I mean, the only other stuff is for David and for Denise.
And they're not here.
Yes. I'll email Denise. I don't know if she's going to be able to use the artwork she has to print up name tags. Hopefully it'll work.
She would. Because it's such a small image that I think even if it wasn't the most pristine copy, it would still look good.
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully that won't be a problem.
Nereida, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm just playing with my iPad. Sorry.
Oh.
So that hand means I raise my hand, huh?
That's correct. That's correct.
Sorry about that.
Anytime you want to raise your hand, just go right ahead.
We will talk over you if you don't raise your hand.
Okay. I got it. Just playing.
Nereida, how do you communicate with the other CLTA officers? Do you also have webinars?
We have four. We have four Salesforce, but we have four face-to-face meetings in different places. This time it's in Sacramento. This year it's there in Sacramento. Oh, maybe I didn't understand your question.
Dave, one of our officers, was there at that CLTA meeting in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Did you meet him when you were there?
I wasn't there. I wasn't there this time. No.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's probably why I didn't meet them. I wasn't there. I had a run that I do walk, so I had a run that I had to do, and I had paid already, so I couldn't make it to Sacramento.
I see.
But that's why I didn't meet him. But next time, I think it's in November. I'm gonna be there.
Well, I think you're going to meet him in October.
In October? Well, yeah, of course. Before November, that's true. In October 17th. Yeah.
So let's see. We've talked about the banners. We've talked about the posters. We've talked about the food. We've talked about how many people have signed up so far. I'm going to be putting together an updated newsletter tomorrow. I'll send it out to all of you, and I'll await your comments. I'll send it out Sunday night, making any changes or adjustments based on your comments.
If I could make a suggestion?
Yes, please.
I know that you're going to send this out to all the chairs of the departments, but I think each of us should personally grab that newsletter and send it out to the department ourselves and say, like, hey, we've been working really hard on this conference. I hope you guys are all going to attend. Make it maybe a little bit more personal.
Mm-hmm. That makes a difference. I think the more personal we can make it, the better. Yes. Fully agreed. I'm going to be working on my end with my college. Like I had mentioned before, we have a department meeting before the conference, and I'm going to be giving out an extra copy to each person who's at the meeting. And I'm just going to make a personal invitation for them to be there and remind them how hard we've been working on it.
Good.
So, yeah.
Agreed.
Okay.
What happened to David? I'm kind
of... I really don't know. He sometimes has problems logging on, and you know how even when he is logged on, he still drops out and comes back and drops out and comes back. So I really don't know if that's the reason.
Because we haven't gotten an email from him, have we?
No, let me double check right now.
I just checked. No. I don't have one.
No, I do not have an email from him, and I did email him at the same time I emailed Denise. She answered, but he did not.
Yeah, me too.
So I don't know. Maybe something came up. Maybe some emergency came up.
Yeah.
Hard to say. I'm sure we'll get an email from him sometime this weekend.
Yeah.
There was one thing he mentioned about people being interested in coming out and visiting.
Oh, next Saturday?
The setup there.
Yes, and he sent us photos.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that myself.
Did he say for us to show up on Friday, the day before, or on what exactly was it? Or 1 week before?
He asked if we wanted to. I think he asked if we were interested in going next Saturday, October 10th, to check everything out.
Yeah.
That would be hard for me.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think we should just look at his photos and comment on them, and give him 2 thumbs up or make some suggestions on how to improve it.
And also, you know, we can always get there a little bit earlier, like 7:30 or something, and, you know, because there are people who might show up early for the conference because they've, I don't know, misunderstood how long it takes to get there or whatever. But maybe we should just plan on doing that, because that way if we have any changes or a last minute thing, that would be preferable to me than going next Saturday.
Well, I think
me too.
We had already decided we would all meet there at 8 to make sure we're there.
Do you think that's early enough? I'm just concerned because I know 7:30 sounds horrible, but what if people start coming? That's my only concern. If people start arriving.
Yeah. I doubt that anyone would show up at 7:30. We might get a few people show up at 8:30.
Yeah.
But I doubt any earlier than that.
Either way, it's going to show up.
And certainly you wouldn't want to be there before Dave shows up.
That's another thing we need him for, to see, because we want to have the breakfast set up for us. I was going to have the breakfast arrive at 8.
Oh.
Or should I?
Oh,
and have the breakfast arrive at 8:30, because they have to set it up and make it look pretty, and then coffee for us is important before everybody gets there.
Yeah.
So whatever you guys think, what time should I tell them? Well, we need David for this, because he's the one who has to open doors.
How long it's going to take them to set up. If it takes them a half an hour, I would say have them come at 8. If it's going to take them 15 minutes, then I'd say have them come at 8:15.
Yeah, exactly.
Lynn, I wanted to mention to you that I arranged with John. He's going to bring me out there. So I'll be there with my wheelchair, and I'll ride home with access.
You don't have to ride home with access.
So that way you don't have to deal with me.
You don't have to ride home with access.
Well, we'll have to. I have the wheelchair, so we'll have to figure out how to, you know, take it apart. It does fit in the back of a car, but you know, I don't really want to have to ask you to do that unless somebody else can help with it.
Could it be put in the back? Like I put walkers in the back all the time.
It's a go chair, and so the top lifts off and the seat collapses, and then the part that's heavy is a little, you know, it's like a little scooter battery type thing.
Yeah.
And so it's not that heavy, but you know, you have to pick it up and put it in the car. Clément used to bring it all the time, remember?
I think that'll fit in the back of my Highlander just fine. Where do you live?
Oh, she'd be on the way for you.
I live in Ladera Heights.
Where?
Yeah, I'm on the way south.
I can take you home.
If you head south, Oh, okay. But that way I'll be able to be more helpful if I have a chair, and then Lynn won't have to come all the way here to pick me up. It's going to be early anyway, so she can be there and working without having to deal with me.
It's not having to deal with you.
So, well, it's an extra thing to do.
Well, I can take you home, not a problem. It'll be good though if I don't in the morning, just so that I can go get the balloons and everything. If I need to.
Yeah, no, John's taking you in the morning. That's good.
He'll bring me in the morning. I'll be there by 8 o'clock.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, so what do we need to do between now and next Friday?
Oh, wow. Okay. I forget what the final plan is on the name tags.
She's going to print them. She's going to print them on stickers, so that we're not going to do the plastic holders. We're just going to print them on stickers.
And we're going to get the different color. We're going to print them on the stickers.
That's right, colors.
Well,
now
are we doing the colors with the markers, or are we going to?
No, we're going to print. We changed it to printing them on the stickers with the logo, with the California Community College Foreign Language Council logo, the California silhouette, and the globe, and their name, and I think their college, not their language. That's what we discussed. And Denise was going to get all of the materials for that, and she was going to deal with printing it. We just need to get an updated list of attendees, but that means we need to get attendees.
Right, exactly.
And if
Well, I sent Denise the database, so she can and I can work on getting that.
Okay.
Updated.
If worst comes to worst, what she could do is she could print the stickers with our logo and leave the name part blank if we're going to have all, if we don't know our attendees until the very last minute, and then we could write, some people are going to have to write their name on it for last minute show up.
Right, yeah.
But she could at least get the logo printed on all of them.
Yeah.
I'll respond to her email about the name tags, and I'll just verify what the plan is.
All sounds good. All right, so is there anything else we need to do? I suppose we all need to take a look at the photos that Dave sent us and make some comments.
Mine were sideways with everyone else.
There's so many of them.
It looks like a typical conference room.
Exactly.
It looks,
yeah, it does.
So, well, we could, I just wonder, is there anything that is lacking? Is there anything is there too much of something in it?
My only comment is I saw two types of tables. I saw rectangular and circle. As much as possible, I would like to see us using circle tables because I think that they instill more a sense of unity and less of the rectangles. And if we pick up tablecloths, I think they'll be beautiful. Well, it'll be fine.
All right. So we should talk to Dave about the idea of having tablecloths. Because it seems to me like he mentioned that we wouldn't be needing them.
Yeah, because I did send him an email about the tablecloths, and he said that the tops are pretty, but I think tablecloths are festive. I don't know. I think
I like them.
But they are. And the other thing we could do, and we've done in the past, is like little centerpieces, like little
flowers,
glass vases. They're real or plastic vases with a couple of flowers in them. But maybe that's more work than.
I don't think it's.
Well, but at Party City and at the dollar store and the 99 cents, we might be able to find some things that are just really cute to put in the middle because they have stuff like that.
Yeah, they have things like that in those party stores.
Or I said earlier, the Friday before the conference, I could go, once we have an idea of how many tables we're going to need, I can go to Party City or Dollar Tree, whatever, and I can pick up the tablecloths. They have the little plastic eyes that are nice, and I'll pick up some sort of centerpiece. And then the morning of the conference, there's a Dollar Tree right down the street from the school, so I will go to that Dollar Tree to get the balloons the morning of.
Perfect.
Good.
Okay.
All right, and save receipts so that we know how much to reimburse you for whatever it is you're buying.
Of course.
Right.
And by the way, going back to the idea of the Eiffel Tower thing, I think it'd be great if we can start gathering a collection, not necessarily for this year, but going forward, of different items that we can place around the room. So, some that are Chinese, some that are Vietnamese. We could ask it at the conference. We can put it out there. Do any of you language instructors have any little trinkets from your country that you'd be willing to volunteer and donate? And that could be sort of something we use every year for decorations.
I think that's a great idea, and then we can have, we can represent the different languages. I think I can bring some kind of artesanía from somewhere I've got around here too, so at least we'll have French and Spanish.
Yeah. I think this Eiffel Tower came from either Ross or TJ Maxx.
Well, definitely has to come to the conference.
They may have others.
Don't forget your Eiffel Tower.
I will. It's sitting right out there for us.
So you're right. We could get something like a a miniature pirámide del Sol y de la Luna.
Let me see what I have. Let me just go to my shelf. I'll be right back.
Chichen Itza.
I'm sure the
There's got to be
different
different things we could
have
come up
collected
with.
stuff over the years.
The
I'm
Wall
sure.
of China.
I have this.
What do you have? Oh, that is the Calendario Azteca?
Sí.
Perfecto.
But it's a plate. I can have it on a holder, plate holder or something.
Well, that looks wonderful.
I've got some stuff like this. I don't know if you can see it.
I can't see it. Oh,
there.
Hold it up more.
Okay, what is this? Oh, there we go.
I have stuff from. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute. Let me. I've got Chinese
This
stuff. But I
one.
don't know if we have any
I'm
Chinese
sure we will.
pictures, but
Matters. We just want stuff from
Oh,
around
I've
the
got
world.
another thing like this from El Botín in Madrid.
Wow.
all right.
This is truly going to be international.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm so disappointed that one banner I found, that the translations were wrong, because it would have been perfect.
With the flags?
Yeah, the border had flags from around the world, and supposedly it had the word welcome in all these different languages.
Oh, fun!
But when I read the reviews of the banner, everybody kept saying, well, the translations are wrong. In Germany it's wrong. In German it's wrong, and in I think it was Arabic it was wrong. And of course I don't know because I don't speak those languages.
Oh man.
But who knows? Maybe I can get another one made with the correct wording.
Sure.
Work for it.
It's from Madrid.
Madrid.
From El Botín.
Qué lindo.
Only bring things that you don't care if they get lost or broken. Don't bring anything important.
Yeah, good advice.
That's why you want to go to the Dollar Tree.
Exactly. Replicas of things.
Well, I think that's all we've got for today, you guys.
I think you're right.
We need to talk to Dave. He's the one who has the most stuff to update.
He does, and he did mention a few things in his emails. I don't know if you received them all, but he said that he did pay for the insurance and that it only cost him $20.
Great.
To insure the conference. What else did he say? He talked to somebody on campus. He's making arrangements for all of the facilities, the tables and whatnot. So, I mean, it sounds like things are moving on his end, but you're right. We need to at least communicate with him via email to see what's going on.
Okay, I'm back. I have this doll. Actually, looks more Japanese. Can you see this?
And that's a wonderful thing.
Okay.
Bring it.
I can bring
oh,
that.
Yes, bring it.
Because we know we're going to have Japanese attendees.
We always do. Okay, great. We've got a good start to our centerpieces.
Okay. What do you think?
Hey, you look great.
Yes.
Bring it. We can hang it on the wall.
Okay.
Maybe too big
We
for
can
the
all
centerpiece.
take turns wearing it, too.
Absolutely.
Whoever's speaking at the microphone needs to wear it.
I agree.
Yeah. I have some Mexican hats, you know, those straw hats with the gardeners wear with the bands around them.
Great. Okay. Are you going to wear that, Mary Ellen?
I'm sure we all have stuff. I could wear, well, wait a minute. I need to wear the beret.
Yes.
Oh, too much fun. Nereida, it's been so nice having you with us.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing you next Friday at, well, that's the other thing. What time do you guys want to get together next Friday? Is 9 versus 10? What works better for you?
I kind of like 9. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, 9's good.
9's good?
Yeah.
9
Neda, what's best for you?
Yeah.
Well, I have to be here from 8 to 9 on Friday. It's I have to, so I probably leave at 9 actually, and then to get to Los Angeles, it's another 4 or 5 hours. So I didn't know that we were meeting on Friday.
Okay, so you won't be able to join us next Friday?
Online.
Oh,
No, it's
online,
Friday.
yes, online. I thought I had to be in Los Angeles. I
No,
had to be on the plane.
Our weekly meeting is online.
No, okay, yeah, I'll be joined. Hopefully by then I can have the microphone set up on my computer instead of having 2 devices here. But yeah, I can join Friday. But for the day of the 17th, the 16th, you're not going to meet on Friday, are you? Or maybe at night, but not during the day, or are you?
So, again, on the 16th, we plan on meeting in the morning. But again, it's a webinar. It's on the internet. Just to go over last-minute details.
And definitely on the 16th, can we meet at 9, please? I have to be somewhere at 11 that day.
We can meet at 9, you know, from this point on. In other words, a week from today and 2 weeks from today, we can meet at 9 a.m.
Okay.
We only have 2 weeks before the conference.
Oh, wow.
All we
How
have.
did that happen?
Time flies while you're having fun.
Yeah.
I know. All right, then it'll be 9 a.m. a week from today, and also 2 weeks from today, and we can talk. We can see how many more people sign up between now and next Friday. I hope we have quite a few more.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, let's see if we have any more presenters. I mean, but even if we don't, we're still fine with what we have, I feel.
Yeah.
Well, we have 5 for sure. And then...
And Mary Ellen, I'm going to call you or you call me after we sign off because I've got some other ideas. So...
Okay, you call me because I'm sitting here
on
on the house phone.
Okay, will do.
You want me?
Well,
Yeah.
something else you guys can do if you want to is just wait until the rest of us log off and just stay on the webinar. It's up to you.
Yeah, we
Not that we
could.
don't want you to hear us, but we don't want you to be bored either.
Yeah.
We're going to be
I'm going to go have coffee.
Okay, then I guess that's it for today.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye.
Mary, you staying on?
See you next Friday.
Okay, take
All right,
care.
Friday. Have a good week.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, good.
I'm staying on, yeah.